Welcome to this senior health video where we uncover the quiet, overlooked warning signs of peripheral neuropathy that often begin right in your toes. Imagine that your toes are trying to alert you at this very moment, but the message is muted because you simply cannot feel it. Day after day, countless older adults gradually lose feeling in their feet, not realizing that their nerves are slowly being damaged. For most people, it does not begin with sharp pain or obvious swelling. It usually starts far more subtly, with a slight change in sensation, a small numb spot beneath the toes, or an odd tingling that appears at night. These tiny episodes are not accidents. They are early clues of peripheral neuropathy, a condition that can quietly rob you of your mobility, your balance, and eventually your independence if it is ignored. This is the reality many people never hear about. Neuropathy almost never crashes into your life all at once. It creeps in gradually the way a light bulb slowly grows dimmer until one day you suddenly notice that your feet barely register the floor beneath you. The real danger lies in how quietly this happens. By the time the discomfort or pain becomes strong enough to grab your attention, lasting nerve damage may already have occurred. Yet there is hopeful news that many seniors do not realize. Research has shown that when nerve problems are identified early, the progression of damage can often be slowed and, in some cases, even partially reversed through improved daily habits, better nutrition, and greater body awareness. Experts at the Mayo Clinic and the Cleveland Clinic stress that noticing the earliest unusual sensations in your toes may help you avoid serious long-term complications. Simply paying attention can change the course of your health. Because the nerves in your toes are the most distant from your spine, they tend to be the first to signal that something is wrong. Once you recognize these early warning signs, you give yourself the opportunity to intervene before the condition advances too far. In this video, we will walk you through 15 quiet, easily overlooked symptoms of neuropathy that typically show up in your toes first. Each one seems small on its own, but together they paint an important picture. Stay with this video until the very end, because the information you gain today may help you safeguard your feet, your stability, and your health in the years ahead. Your body often speaks in whispers long before it raises its voice in alarm. The real question is whether you are ready to hear what it is trying to tell you. Number 1. Subtle autonomic warning signs. Once sweating decreases, the final and quietest changes begin to unfold. You may notice that your toes feel cooler or look paler than they used to, even when the rest of your body feels comfortably warm. When you press on a toenail, the pink color may take longer than usual to return. These small shifts point to autonomic nerve dysfunction, showing that the tiny nerves in charge of blood flow and temperature control are starting to lose their strength. Why is this so important? The autonomic nervous system is constantly at work, adjusting circulation to keep your feet warm, supplied with oxygen, and well-nourished. Research from the American Academy of Neurology notes that when these nerves weaken, blood vessels can remain too tight or too relaxed, so normal warmth and color do not return as they should. This poor regulation increases the risk of slow-healing infection and tissue damage, all without the usual pain signals to warn you that something is wrong. What steps can you take? Keep your feet comfortably warm with soft socks, move them regularly, and avoid walking on cold floors or using direct high heat. Regular physical activity, such as daily walking, naturally supports healthier circulation. Consistent medical checkups can help detect hidden nerve problems before they progress to more serious stages. One older woman shared that she knew something was not right when her toes always felt icy even when she was lying under a warm blanket. That was her body's final whisper, asking for attention. Number 2. Decreased sweating in the toes or feet. Once changes in the skin start to appear, another quiet signal may follow. Feet that used to feel slightly damp after a warm day or light activity now stay unusually dry, even in hot weather or during exercise. While this might seem convenient at first, it is actually a red flag for autonomic nerve damage associated with peripheral neuropathy. These nerves control the sweat glands, and when they become weakened, the glands stop responding the way they should. Why does this matter? Sweating is essential for regulating temperature and maintaining healthy skin. Research from the Cleveland Clinic shows that when the feet stop producing normal amounts of sweat, it indicates that the small autonomic nerve fibers responsible for moisture and temperature control are beginning to fail. As a result, the skin becomes more likely to crack, struggles to handle heat properly, and faces a higher risk of infections. Because this change usually happens without pain or obvious discomfort, many people have no idea their nerves are being damaged until more serious issues appear. What can you do to protect your feet? Keep the skin well moisturized with a gentle fragrance-free lotion. Avoid placing direct heat on your feet and choose breathable footwear that allows air to circulate. Light walking or warm water foot soaks can support blood flow and help stimulate any remaining nerve function. One older man said he only realized something was different when his shoes stayed completely dry after mowing the lawn on a hot summer day, something that had never happened to him before. But recognizing this symptom alone is still not enough, because the final sign reaches even deeper, revealing how your toes slowly lose their natural warmth and color over time. Number 3. Reduced reflex responses. After those intense cramps, another sign can appear without any pain at all. There is no soreness, no visible change on the outside, just a quiet loss of your natural reactions. When a doctor lightly taps your Achilles tendon and your foot barely moves or does not move at all, it indicates reduced reflexes, which is an important early indicator of peripheral neuropathy. Most people have no idea this is happening because the body does not produce any feeling to signal that reflexes are fading. Still, it shows that the sensory and motor nerves are no longer working together the way they should. Why is this so important? Reflexes act as built-in protection for your muscles and joints, helping them respond instantly to sudden movement changes in position or loss of balance. Research from the Mayo Clinic explains that when neuropathy damages the nerve pathways involved in these reflexes, the reflex arc weakens and can eventually disappear. Without this automatic response, your legs and feet react more slowly, which raises the risk of stumbling and falling, especially on stairs or uneven surfaces. What can you do about it? Consistent medical checkups are crucial. Ask your doctor to include reflex testing as part of your yearly examination. Staying active through regular walking, gentle stretching, or swimming can help keep the nervous system engaged and more responsive. One older gentleman only discovered that his reflexes were diminished when his doctor checked them after a minor fall. He said he never felt anything at all, but understanding this symptom alone is still not enough, because the next sign begins to show up on the surface of your skin, revealing changes that reflect what is happening deep within your symptom. Nerves. Number 4. Muscle cramps in the toes or foot muscles. Once weakness begins to appear, many people start experiencing sudden painful cramps in their toes or feet, often hitting during the night or early in the morning. The muscles seize up tightly, pulling the toes into awkward, painful positions that can last for several seconds or stretch into minutes. Most people quickly blame not drinking enough water or low potassium levels, but repeated cramping like this is often an early sign that the motor nerves are not functioning properly in peripheral neuropathy. Why does this happen? When the nerves that control movement become damaged, they begin sending irregular electrical signals to the muscles. These chaotic messages trigger involuntary contractions that you cannot control. Research from the Cleveland Clinic shows that this kind of erratic nerve firing is common in neuropathy and tends to become more noticeable at night when circulation naturally slows during sleep. If it continues over time, frequent cramps can make walking less comfortable and gradually interfere with your balance. What can you do to soothe it? Gently stretch your calves and toes before going to bed. Drink enough water throughout the day and keep healthy levels of magnesium and potassium in your diet. A light foot massage or soaking your feet in warm water can also help relax tight muscles and support better blood flow. One retired carpenter shared that the cramping in his toes became so intense it woke him from sleep several nights a week. But understanding this symptom by itself is still not enough, because the next sign hides quietly and is usually found only when a doctor checks your reflexes with a careful examination. Number 5. Occasional aching or a deep, heavy discomfort. After your balance begins to feel a bit unsteady, another type of warning can show up as a dull ache or deep soreness in your toes or the front part of your foot. It is not a stabbing pain, but more like a heavy, nagging feeling that appears, fades away, then returns. Most people quickly blame their shoes, a long day of walking, or simply getting older. However, this quiet on and off ache can actually be an early sign that the nerves are becoming involved in peripheral neuropathy. Why does this happen in the first place? When sensory nerves start to malfunction, they can send out mixed signals that the brain mistakes for muscle tiredness or general fatigue. Research from the American Neurological Association notes that this kind of vague, deep pain often shows up before the more obvious burning or sharp pain begins. Because it feels mild, inconsistent, and easy to explain away, many older adults ignore it for months, giving nerve damage time to slowly progress beneath the surface. What can you do to relieve it? Pick footwear that is well cushioned and offers solid support. Gently stretch your calves and toes every day and keep your body moving with regular activity to maintain healthy circulation. Applying gentle warmth can help relax tight muscles and ease the sense of heaviness or discomfort. One older gentleman said he was sure the problem was just worn-out shoes until the ache began to spread and bother him even when he was barefoot. But recognizing this symptom alone is still not enough, because the next sign quietly drains strength from your toes and gradually changes the way you move day after day. Number 6. Early loss of proprioception. Once vibration sensing begins to weaken, another hidden change can slowly emerge. You might notice that you feel just a bit unsteady, but cannot quite explain why. Your toes stop giving your brain clear information about where they are in space, so you start depending more on your eyes to keep your balance. This quiet shift in body awareness, called proprioception, is a subtle yet important warning sign of peripheral neuropathy. What is going wrong? In a healthy body, sensory nerves are constantly sending messages to your brain about the exact position of your feet and toes. When those pathways begin to deteriorate, that feedback becomes fuzzy and unreliable. Research from the National Institute of Neurological Disorders has shown that even mild loss of proprioception can turn simple tasks like walking in dimly lit rooms or standing still with your eyes closed into unexpected challenges. Many people adjust without realizing it. They may stand with their feet farther apart, move more cautiously, or glance down at their feet more often to feel secure. So what can help? Practicing gentle balance exercises, such as standing on one leg while near a wall or chair, doing light yoga, or slowly walking heel to toe in a straight line, can help the nervous system relearn position sense. Supportive shoes and regular physical activity also promote better blood flow and stronger coordination between nerves and muscles. One older man confessed that he only recognized something was wrong after he stumbled in a dark hallway at home and realized that his feet no longer seemed to be communicating with his brain. But understanding this symptom alone is still not enough, because the next sign brings a deeper, lingering ache that can easily be mistaken for nothing more than ordinary tiredness. Number 7. Reduced ability to feel vibration. As the prickling sensations begin to fade, an even quieter change can take place. You may not sense it yourself at first, but your doctor often can. When a vibrating tuning fork is placed on your toe and you cannot detect the buzz, it suggests that the larger sensory nerves in your feet are starting to weaken. This loss of vibration awareness is considered one of the most dependable early signs of peripheral neuropathy, often appearing before clear numbness or pain. Why is this so important? These larger nerve fibers help your body maintain balance, coordinate movement, and stay aware of subtle touch. When they begin to fail, your ability to notice small shifts in movement or the texture of the floor under your feet starts to disappear. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that a reduced vibration sense frequently develops before any other symptom, which is why doctors rely on it as a key tool for early detection. When this sense is dulled, people may find themselves tripping more easily or feeling uncertain when walking on uneven ground or in dim lighting. What can you do about it? Ask your doctor to include a vibration test during routine visits. Regular walking, light strength or resistance exercises, and careful control of blood sugar can all support healthier nerves. Choosing supportive, stable shoes also helps reduce stress on already weakened nerve pathways. One older woman shared that she first knew something was wrong when she realized she could no longer feel the gentle rumble of her washing machine through the floor. But recognizing this sign alone is still not enough, because the next symptom quietly interferes with your body's sense of balance in ways you might not immediately understand. Number 8. Prickling or tiny pinprick sensations. Following the phase of extreme sensitivity, another odd feeling often begins to appear. You may start to notice small needle-like jabs in your toes, as if countless invisible pins are lightly tapping at your skin. These sensations can arise while you are lying down, sitting in a chair, or even walking across the room. Many people dismiss it, assuming it comes from bad posture, crossed legs, or shoes that are a little too tight. Yet, this ongoing prickling is one of the strongest clues that your peripheral nerves are in distress. What causes this strange sensation? Specialists explain that when nerve fibers are damaged, they can begin to fire off signals for no real reason, sending false pain messages up to the brain. Research published in the Journal of Neurology refers to this as paresthesia, a condition that results from abnormal nerve activity. Because the feeling is brief, scattered, and inconsistent, people tend to overlook it or hope it will simply go away. But every small electric-like jab is a warning that the nerves are strained and urgently need support. What can you do to help soothe it? Incorporate gentle stretching for your feet and legs into your daily routine to encourage better blood flow. Add foods rich in B vitamins such as eggs and avocados to help nourish and repair nerve tissue. Try not to stay in one position for extended periods of time. These simple habits can help calm irritated nerves before the problem hardens into permanent damage. One man compared the pinprick feeling to light raindrops on his skin, harmless at first, until over several months the stings grew sharper and more frequent. But recognizing this symptom alone is still not enough, because the next warning sign is almost completely silent and often only shows up during careful medical testing. Number 9. Allodynia, or extreme sensitivity to gentle touch. After losing some ability to sense temperature correctly, many people develop the opposite problem. Suddenly, things that should feel soft and harmless become uncomfortable or even painful. The smooth surface of a bedsheet, the edge of a sock, or the inside of a shoe may start to feel sharp, scratchy, or irritating. This unusual reaction, called allodynia, is a powerful sign that the nerves are not working properly and is often linked to peripheral neuropathy. What is happening here? When nerve endings are injured, they start to misinterpret normal sensations. A light brush against the skin is mistakenly translated as pain. Research from the Cleveland Clinic has found that nearly half of people with neuropathy experience some form of allodynia, as their damaged nerves send confused and exaggerated signals to the brain. This sensitivity often gets worse at night, interrupting sleep and making simple daily tasks like wearing socks or resting under a blanket feel uncomfortable. So how can you cope with it? Choose soft, breathable cotton socks, avoid tight footwear, and keep the skin on your feet clean, dry, and well moisturized. Over time, gentle touch therapy and light, careful massage may help the nerves adapt and respond more normally. Practices such as meditation or slow, deep breathing can also calm the nervous system and reduce the body's overall pain response. One older woman shared that even her blanket seemed to hurt her toes until she discovered that the problem was not in her imagination, but in her nerves firing the wrong way. Yet understanding this symptom alone is still not enough, because the next sign can feel like countless tiny needles pricking your toes from the inside. Number 10. Gentle burning heat in the toes. Following the tingling stage, many people begin to notice a warm burning sensation slowly building in their toes, most noticeably late at night. It can feel like a soft heat just beneath the skin that grows more intense the longer you lie still. It is easy to blame this on tight footwear or simple fatigue in the feet. Yet this quiet burn is actually a strong warning sign of small fiber nerve damage, an early step in the development of peripheral neuropathy. What is going on behind the scenes? As tiny sensory nerves start to break down, they begin sending incorrect signals to the brain, creating the feeling of burning even when there is no real source of heat. Studies from the Mayo Clinic report that this symptom often becomes more pronounced at night when circulation naturally slows and already damaged nerves become more reactive. What can help bring relief? Aim to keep your blood sugar levels steady. Drink enough water throughout the day and move your legs regularly to support better blood and oxygen flow. Gentle foot massages or applying a cool compress may help soothe irritated nerves. One older patient described it by saying her toes felt as if they were glowing hot every single night. But recognizing this symptom alone is still not enough because the next sign can quietly take away your ability to sense danger before it happens. From that very first hint of numbness to the gradual loss of temperature control and the changes you see on your skin, every symptom is part of a larger story about how well your nerves are working. The key message is straightforward. When you notice these signs early, you give yourself a real chance to protect your movement, your independence, and your daily comfort. These signs are not a punishment or a final verdict. They are your body's way of saying there is still time to repair and recover. Here is what you can begin doing right now. Work on keeping your blood sugar in a healthy range. Move your body every day and take a moment to look at your feet, paying attention to even small shifts in color, texture, or feeling. Keep them clean, gently dried, and shielded from both extreme heat and cold. Choose soft, well-fitting shoes with good support and spend a few minutes massaging your feet before bed to encourage better circulation. Simple habits repeated day after day can have a powerful impact on how your nerves heal and on how steady and confident you feel when you walk. Do not dismiss the quiet signals your body sends you. Those subtle sensations are early chances to act, not warnings that come too late. With good care, nourishing food, and regular medical checkups, you can help strengthen your nerves and protect your long-term health. Many older adults have been able to slow or even reverse early nerve damage just by adjusting their daily routines. You can be one of them starting today. If this video has helped you understand your body more clearly, save it so you can return to these signs whenever you need a reminder. Share it with someone you love who might also benefit from this information. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more science-based health guidance and natural food ideas that support a strong body and a sharp mind. Take a kind step for yourself today, because the health you enjoy tomorrow is built from the small choices you make right now.